Okay, we're recording. Yesterday I put up a video on material for carving, and this is just some ideas. Amy went to a show, a YouTube channel I watched. I'll post a link to Amy Joe's channel, and she did a show. And these are just some ideas for people that are interested in trying to market some of their work. And these are all my own opinion. That's all from my past experience. I've never marketed a lot. I did some. I've never done a show. I don't. I just go to a shop and put these in the shop, whatever. The first part of this, I'm gonna have to do this in a couple parts. Yeah. That was my wife leaving. Have a good time. And of course it's important to have the material to work with and not have to pay a lot for it. And one of the things that's readily available is branches. They come down in storms, or you have trees. I know, Amy, if you don't have trees, that's tough. But if you walk into the woods, you can always pick up live, healthy branches that have fell. And you can go from, you can go bigger than that if you want to. That's pine branch. That's a piece of cedar. Carved a little mushroom quickly in the end, which takes about 4 minutes to carve that little mushroom. And the stuff you can make with branches, carving the mushrooms, there's all kinds of varieties you can do. You can paint them. You know, there's a red and green one. There's a red and white one. I've never sold them like that. I usually don't paint. My painting's not that good. There's a John Deere mushroom. That was my own creation. John Deere. But what does sell in a line of mushrooms and branches, while we're at it, I'll grab these little things right here. And you don't want big branches. These did sell very well. Those sold. They didn't make a fortune, but they sold. Those have sold very well. You can see those are tiny branches. That's just taking the branch and carving it down like that. I didn't have any tiny branches to do this with. And green branches carve better than dry ones. This right here is lilac. Cut that off a lilac bush. That one I think is lilac also. Actually, I think all three of them are. I like a little firmer wood to go small than the pine or the white cedar. Red cedar, that's a nice one to work with, and you can make some pretty stuff. Whoops, there was a mushroom that I started, just to be an odd one, that I have not finished. Those sold. They're easy to do. They're not going to bring you a fortune, but they sold. Now that mushroom right there, we're going to get off the mushroom conversation right off quick. That mushroom right there is a dead white birch branch that fell. Very soft, easy to carve, worked well with a knife. You might be able to do one that size with power carving. I don't know. All that's on it, I put on some clear sealer just to hold everything together, because when it's dead and rotted like that, they have a tendency to want to fall apart. I don't know. I've never put that up for sale. Don't know if that would sell or not. You can do little people out of branches. You can do your wood spirits in a branch. That you could power carve without any problem at all. That's just a mushroom I carved on the end of that. Because, you get the branch and just start carving with a knife. And you carve it down to whatever you want. I've done a small bear out of a branch. That came out of a branch. If you look at the bottom of it, you can see the round circles to center. That was a little bear. That came out of a branch. You can do, where did I put them? There's an eagle. Just a silly little eagle. But these are so fast to do that you're not going to get the huge amounts of money out of them, but you're not going to get the time into them. which is a big help. That's all done with a knife. You could do some of that power carving. Let me grab another one here. Do I have another one? Yeah, this one's not painted. That's out of a branch. Can you see the circles in the bottom? This part right here, you can either carve it in or you can paint it in. You have less time painting it in. This one I got to paint the rest of that black there. I carved out where his feet go. There's some eagles. You can take a bigger branch, get this stuff out of the way. Take a bigger branch. Okay, there's a little wood spirit, I guess you could call him. There's another little eagle. And you can crack open, just take your hatchet, you know, and put it on there and tap them down through. You split your branch into 4 pieces, 2 pieces, like this. Gives you nice material to work with. Do that, do that. What else have we done out of those? Oh, the sky is your limit. Actually, this little duck right here probably wouldn't sell because ducks aren't real popular. You're better off doing geese or swans if you want to sell them. I know that from experience, but they don't know what it is, so they won't buy it. When they walk down through it, they have no clue what you're selling. They might say, that looks nice. It might be, you know, you never know what you get. That's a branch. The head is not. The head was carved out of a piece of board. But the body is a branch off a big cedar tree. Kind of hard to see, but you can see where the green round is. Split in half. Just took the axe, and then shaped it up with a knife a little bit. It's not great. Painted it. But you don't get the labor into them. It's not high labor stuff. Well, let me grab this and this to go with this explanation. You've got options like this. That one's painted like a chickadee. That one's painted like a woodpecker. There's that kind of stuff you can do with a branch. You can see how it's all done. I don't have to sit here and do it. You can, you know, you take, and those are knife carvings. They're done with a carving knife. Just a basic, that's a Chinese knife that I've been using, and it's working fine. I strop it with the leather strap. Works fine, no problems. I do use this some, and I'll go back to the mushroom carving. I did not have good luck. I attempted to carve a mushroom this morning, and it just didn't work. That's the start of them. How you carve a mushroom, you do your chop. I know, I'm out of time again. I'm good at that. Then I just take my knife and I go for the edge and I circle it like that. Then just use the tip and your thumb and gently push against that. Because if your wood is getting started, I'm going to do it intentionally here and show you. If you over push, yeah, it'd be a tough one. You'll go right through and you'll break your lip off. You can see I did it intentionally, but you get the purpose of what I'm saying. Boop, break it off. That was for demonstration purposes. If you don't want to cut your circle with a knife, you can use a coping saw. Works good. Actually, you can use any saw. Well, works good if I can get it out of here. I don't have enough stuff, you know. I need more stuff. Use a coping saw. I like these. These come out of China. That's a coping saw blade on it, and you can just go around like that and do the same thing. Pay attention. And you can go a little deeper, so it's a lot less apt to break. To taper it down for what you want for a stem. Take little flatties for bases to glue this stuff on. Are we done here? We did this one. Nothing more there to talk about. We talked about this one. Okay, I'm going to pick the camera up for just a moment in my hand. These are other things that can be done. And those, people like those. You're not going to sell a lot of them, but you sell a few. You can go way down to that size little wood spirit. These are lower priced items that you wouldn't. There's a moe guy. That's done out of a piece of sumac. Sumac you want to be green when you carve it. You can do these snowmen. Easy to do. But if you don't have snow, people aren't going to like them. Just a little guy. I left it on the stick so you can see it. And I'm already at 10 minutes. I got to cut this out. There's another little guy. He's done out of a split piece of branch. Alright, I'm going to shut this off and we'll do another part later because we're at 10 minutes and nobody's going to want to watch it this long.